Hello, Frederick.
Hello, Lisa.
And how is your day?
Oh, well, thank you so much. My day was pretty good. I went outside and I looked at all the flowers, and they're very pretty because they're all blooming right now. Because it's springtime.
Yeah, that's great. Did you go for a little walk?
Oh, yes, I did.
Good. I'm glad.
Me too.
Well, Frederick, you know Mother's Day is coming up, right?
Oh, no, did I miss it?
No, it's coming up.
Oh, okay, so I didn't miss it.
No, it's going to be on Sunday.
Oh, okay, well, I guess Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to you as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, and do you want to maybe make a picture for your mother to give to her on Mother's Day?
Oh, that would be very nice. I would like that very much.
Okay, well, why don't we go ahead and do that then?
Yeah, I like that idea.
Okay. Well, then I am going to have you go over there so you can make yours, and I will make mine.
All right, goodbye, everybody. I'll see you soon.
Okay, there you go, Frederick. Okie dokie. So we are going to make a very special kind of bouquet. I don't know if you've ever heard of abstract art. I think you have because I think we've gone over it before. But just in case, if you don't remember what abstract art is. Frederick, do you remember what abstract art is?
Yeah, it looks like nothing.
Right, it's something that doesn't look like a specific thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it can also be something that doesn't look exactly like a thing. So maybe it looks kind of like it, or it resembles it, but it's not exactly what it looks like. So we are going to make a bouquet of abstract flowers. It's going to be pretty cool, and I'm just prepping my paper here. So what we are going to do is start with our watercolors and our watercolor brush, and the only other thing we're going to need is a marker and our paper. Okay? So I am going to just make some kind of blotches. So I'm going to get my orange, and I'm just going to do this with my brush. I'm just kind of blotching it down. Oh no, it's dripping. There we go. If I do that, it doesn't drip anymore. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to clean off my brush, and I'm going to get another color. I'm going to do red. And I'm going to put some red right over here. And again, I'm just kind of blotting it down with my brush. And then I'm going to clean my brush off again. Make sure it's nice and clean before you go into a new color. I'm going to get some blue. And I'm going to come right here. And what I'm trying to do is make it so that the colors touch each other. And it's kind of a solid area here. So I'm going to turn it over so it doesn't drip too much. Then I'm going to get some purple. I'm going to do the same thing. Maybe I'll do down here a little bit. There we go. That looks good. Again, I'm just pushing my brush down on the paper. I'm not pushing hard. I'm just pushing it down. And then I'm going to go, I think I'm going to go for some yellow. Put some yellow up here. There we go. That looks good. And I want some lighter purple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my purple. I'm going to get it extra wet. I'm going to put a bunch of water in here. Tons and tons and tons of water. And now that I have tons of water on there, I'm going to come over here by the orange and I'm going to do a little more purple. And I'm going to do the same thing with, I think, some red. There we go. So again, I'm just kind of blotting it down. And I kind of like how the purple and the red are kind of coming together. So, we've got this. It looks pretty cool, right? I'm going to keep turning it so it doesn't drip too bad. So, it doesn't look exactly like a bouquet of flowers, but that's because it's not supposed to. Now, what I'm going to do, because this has to be completely dry, I can blow on it, but I can also take a paper towel. This one's already got paint on it because I do this a lot, and I always save my paper towels and use them again as many times as I can before I throw them away, because paper comes from trees, and Frederick lives in trees, so we need to save trees. Okay, so we're going to blot it down. We're just going to press it down like that. We're not wiping, we're just pressing it down. And then, once we've pressed it down on all the wet spots, and see, you'll see it was pretty wet because it's sticking. And then, all at once, we're going to pull it off. And now you can kind of see that there's a little bit of texture in there because of doing that. So now, what we're going to do is I'm going to give it a second to keep drying. While it's drying, I'm going to paint some stems. So I am going to use my brush and paint a bunch of thin stems. So I'm going to use green. And I'm just going to I'm going to come from out and go in. And they're all going to bunch up into a little bunch of stems here. So we're just going to do little stems like that. I'm going to keep going with my green. Maybe one out here. Maybe one comes from behind like that. There we go. That looks pretty good, right? And then I'm going to see how dry this is. So it feels pretty dry. So now I'm going to take my marker and I am going to draw shapes of flowers over the colors. So I'm going to do one right here. That. Give it a little middle. There we go. And then I'm going to do more. I'm going to do a bunch of those. And I can do different shapes. I can do maybe like a tulip, which is just two little sides like that, and then one goes in the middle like that. And I can do kind of a rose. That doesn't even look like a rose, but it looks like it could be some kind of flower, right? Then we'll do some more of these kinds. There we go. I don't know what kind of flower that is, but it could be a flower, right? So we're just going to keep drawing stuff like that all over where we colored to make our big bouquet. I'm going to do another one of those. That kind of looks like daisies to me. We can call them whatever we want. They're our flowers, you know. I'm going to do one like that. And maybe a little guy. Another little guy. We just want to fill it all in as much as we can. I'm going to come up here and do another little tulip looking flower. Uh-oh. So if it's too wet still, the marker won't print as well. So you can tell that that yellow didn't dry as much as it needed to. Or maybe my marker. Yeah, it's not the marker, it's the paint, and that's okay. Do another one kind of like that. And then some of these big guys. And you can look in books if you want to. You can look in your garden if you have a garden, or if there's a park that you're able to go to. I know it's kind of hard. We're not supposed to be outside a lot right now. But if there's a park that you can go to, maybe there's flowers at the park. So I am probably going to give this to my grandma because she loves flowers so much. And she will very much enjoy seeing all of these flowers because I made them. And there's nothing moms and grandmas like more than stuff that we made. At least all the moms and grandmas that I know. So I'm almost done with my flowers. There we go. I just want to fill in all the space so that there's as much space filled in as it can be. And we'll do one more right here. So if you look at it, and sometimes with art, if you squint your eyes, you can see it better. I know that doesn't necessarily seem logical, but it's true. If you squint your eyes, you can see where the blank spots are. So just fill in those blank spots with little flowers. Do a little one here. Anywhere you see that needs it. And that looks pretty cool, right? So that is our abstract art bouquet. And if we want to these stems, we could add some little leaves. So we can just kind of do some little lines that come out like that. Just to make it more like a bouquet. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. You could turn this into a card if you want to. You could just give it like this as a picture. You can do whatever you want. It's your picture. And then if you want to, you could make some lines coming down the stems and defining the leaves a little bit if you really wanted to. I can show you that real quick. Let's make sure we blot it dry before we try to draw on it. And it'll give that same kind of texture. And like I said, we can do kind of a line going down. Just to kind of give it a little bit of definition. Right? And then these leaves. And the idea is not to make it look perfect, just to kind of give an idea of leaves. Okay, so then we can do some little lines in there like that. There we go. We've got some little leaves and some stems and some flowers. It's a nice bouquet for your mom or your grandma or your aunt or whoever you know who likes to celebrate Mother's Day with you. You know, maybe you have a single dad and maybe he is like your mother. I give my mom a present for Father's Day. because she was a single mom, and so she was both my mom and my dad. So here we go. Here's your bouquet. Frederick,
Yeah.
do you like it?
I love it. I think it's beautiful. And I think you're beautiful too. Thanks everybody for joining us today. Happy Mother's Day.
Bye, everybody. Happy Mother's Day.
We love you.